Alright, chat, I think it's finally time to look at Ifa's kit. Okay? I've seen things here and there, but I still haven't gotten around to actually looking at it. I've been procrastinating. I've been saving my soul. So, this doesn't really matter. E. Airborne disease prevention. It's time for the real Bash Bros to step up. Ifa calls Kakuku in as backup. After using this skill, Ifa gains 89 soul points and enters the Night Soul's Blessing state. In the Night Soul's Blessing state, Ifa will hover with Kakuku's help. When he uses normal attacks, he will use different kinds of supporting fire depending on whether you tap or hold. Additionally, holding the elemental skill will cause him to use a Night Soul aligned plunge attack. What? Yeah, so some stuff seems to be missing here. Yeah, this healing is not good. Like, at all. Okay, chat, as a general rule, you can tell how much a character is supposed to be healing by looking at the flat healing here, right? Because usually, the flat healing is like, or, okay, if you look at a character, let's look at a few healers, right? We look at Jean, right? Her healing on the burst. The flat healing is 3k. The percentage is 400. She'll, if you build her full attack, she's gonna be like maybe a bit north of 3,000. So this would be 1,200, or this would be 12k. So this flat healing on a full healing build generally represents about 20%, 20 to 25% of your total healing. So you can assume that if you look at the flat healing, you multiply it by 5, that's how much this character is healing. This flat healing is less than 100. If you have 1,000 EM on him, this is 343. So it's like Yansan's healing. It's a bit better. I also think that it's team-wide healing. It's more like Barbara healing from normal attacks during skill. That's how you can think about it. Or Jean healing on normal attacks. That's basically what it is. Surely he hits a lot, right, Klugi? Fires a therapeutic sedative at a temporarily aggressive opponent. What the fuck are they yapping about? The sedative will explode on impact, creating a restraining wind current that pulls nearby objects and opponents while dealing Night Soul aligned AoE Anemo damage. When the therapeutic sedative hits an opponent affected by Hydropyro, Cryo, or Electro, it'll apply sedation mark to them, which will explode after a short delay and disappear, dealing AoE damage aligned with the corresponding element. So, the initial skill damage doesn't seem that bad. Alright, it's like almost double Hazel's burst. But you don't want to build him attack, you want to build him EM, so who cares? Anyways, when Ifa is in the Night Soul's Blessing state, every one Night Soul point in the entire party gives him a stack. And yeah, we saw the numbers on this. Each stack is like 1.2% more damage for your swirl and electrocharge damage, if I remember correctly. So it's basically 180% multiplier on swirl and EC, which is okay. So he seems a bit better than Yuma Glorp, at least. His healing isn't good, but it should be enough to basically break even with Farina self HP consumption on characters that are not HP scalers. HP scalers, because Farina consumes a percentage of HP, need more healing to break even. And it does not look like Ifa's healing will be enough for them. So basically, if you're playing an Ifa Farina team with like Auron and whatever, Auron you'll be able to heal him enough, but Farina herself will stay at 50% basically. Will hover around 50% at least. I did an exercise redeem. Alright. I wonder what the last slot would be. The biggest problem I expect is resistance to interruption. Yeah. Is he better than Sucrose in taser teams? That's the real question. He enables Farina, and he's not dog shit like Yumeglorp Glorp. He actually has healing to the team that isn't reliant on something that isn't going to happen, unlike Yumeglorp Glorp. So in those teams, you'll do... Like, you're definitely doing Aura on Farina. It's just the last slot I'm not sure about. Maybe Xingto, maybe Fischl, maybe Beto. Maybe Elon. With the Escoffier in the bag, lil bro, maybe. He'll use VV, yeah. Is he good enough to replace Xianyun in Chao teams? No. But he is good enough to actually be decent in Chao teams for people who don't have Xianyun. The only worry I have is how fast his E resolves if you just E and then immediately leave it. Because you are going to need to E for the particles in a Chao team, but you don't want to waste too much time. Like Chao, Farina, Farazan. Wait, actually, no, I'm an idiot. He doesn't heal unless you keep him on field. He won't work. What am I talking about? No, this won't work. Sorry. I lied to you. I was wrong. Doesn't matter. Meh. Whatever. Doesn't matter. This might be grouping. Maybe his grouping is decent, actually. Who knows? Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, no, you're right. When Ifa uses hold skill, there's a 50% chance that it will fire an additional shot that deals 120% of its original damage. Okay, this is really interesting. Because this might mean that there's a build path for him as an Anemo damage carry. I did say that his burst motion value was surprisingly decent. I don't know how fast this actually goes through. But maybe his true calling is actually Shao power creep. Maybe that's what it is. Wait, let me take a look. Genshin leaks Reddit. Look up Ifa. Sort by new. Oh, is there no combat footage yet? There is? Where? Maybe Ifa isn't in the title. Sort by new. Is it just animation without combat? Okay. Assuming 1 hit per second for now. It's basically 283. Okay. 266. So base attack percent, flat attack, total attack. If you were to play him as an Anemo carry, it would probably be what, Bennett, Farazan, Farina, most likely. Yeah. Damage percent, flat, or no. Crit value, crit multiplier. No shot we calc carry first. Yes, we do. Effective attack. I guess I'll need to separate. Actually, no. He goes on Codex for sure, right? 100% goes on Codex. And that Codex should apply to all of his damage. So we don't need to separate any sort of damage percent. That's cool. Okay. So, base attack is... Ew! 178. The fuck do we give him, man? Solar Pearl? No. No. I guess we just go with Sith for now. Anyways, attack percent. So if you go attack, damage, crit, this is 46.6. 20% from subs, 20% from noblesse, 25 from TOM. Is that it? I guess with Sith itself is giving you 20% average. Damage percent, 46.6. Then there's Farazan, 38.2. 15 from Codex. He has less base attack than a 5-star weapon. Oh man. What else? Widsith is 16 average. Arena. That's it. Farazan Tenacity. This is probably a golden troop Farazan team, I'm gonna be honest. Anyways, 60 plus 55.1 plus 62.2 plus 20 times 6.6 plus 40. Effective attack. Motion value. 297.6 plus 216 times 12 plus 802.4. Wait. That's not Ifa. Oops. 266.7 times 12 plus 117. And then this is like a little sus. Let's just say 1. Sure. Yeah, that's us. Okay. Okay. That's dog shit. I take a look at my enormous penis and my troubles start melting away. I take a look at my enormous penis and the happy times are coming to stay. I gotta sing and I dance when I glance in my pants and the feeling's like a sunshiny day. I take a look at my enormous penis and everything is going my way.